One of the things that we talk about in church a lot is the protection of God and how He watches out for us, and He is our Savior, our protector, our Father. And it's kind of a concept I think is difficult to understand if you can't necessarily see it. The idea of protection, I think, can sometimes be hard to understand, much like faith. It's something that you can't always see, especially when it's with the Lord. You have to have faith in His protection. But just kind of in general, when you think about some things that God has made that have protection or that use a form of protection to survive, you think about like crabs that have a shell, you think about an oyster that has a shell. You might even think about some fruits and vegetables that have a thick skin or a thick outer layer that protect the part that we like to indulge in. Like, for instance, an orange. An orange has an outer skin that protects the fruit itself and keeps the juice and the good flavor and the sweetness all together till it's time for you to enjoy it. And I think the orange is a really good representation of what we talk about in Ephesians, when Paul addresses the full armor of God. And he talks about how the armor is all of these different pieces that have to come together in order to protect you from whatever you're fighting against, whether it be literal, like in battle, when it talks about, your shield and your sword, or more metaphorical when it's talking about sins of the world. But protection, no matter what, is kind of the topic. So I think it's interesting to look at the difference between an orange with no skin and the orange with the skin. When you have the armor of God with you, you're unstoppable. You float. You're completely protected from drowning. But when you don't have those pieces that you need, you don't float. You sink down to the bottom. And so I think that this is a good picture, a good example of the power that comes in the protection of the Lord.